Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes, and welcome to another 3v3 Grand Arena video. Now this is not like a weekly summary one as normal one, it's just a single battle, but I just wanted to share with you because after about 6 month wait since I applied an Omicron on my Merrin, I was finally able to try this out, so I wanted to share it with you. It's essentially kind of a cheesy team, so we'll be doing Night Sisters versus Jabba in 3v3. Now why I wasn't able to try it until now, because remember we had the Hot Cartel Cron with level 9 for GAC Leia, and all the thermal detonators that was stacking so much turn meter gains and everything. It really made hard for Night Sisters to work. I have seen it work, but I wasn't able to get it done. And then also we also have now Jabba with Datacrons. Everybody's putting level 3 Datacrons on Jabba. Again, Doubt can mess up your Night Sisters, but here in the last round my opponent actually did not put the Datacron on their Jabba, so I was actually able to try it out and it worked really well. Now before we get into battle, we just want to quickly maybe talk about a little bit key mechanics and as well show you the mods, because this counter does require specific modding in order for you to get it done. But the first prerequisite is Omicron on your Merrin, because whenever Night Sister ally is defeated or revived, Merrin gains 100% turn meter. So Merrin needs these constant turn meter gains so that she can keep going, and we get like almost in an infinite loop situation. So that's really what we want from this Omicron. And then in terms of the modding, you want to mod their Merrin for full tenacity, and then protection on the circle, tenacity on cross, and then protection of both triangle and arrow, because remember, all the damage on Jabba's team is coming from thermal detonators, which deals health based damage. So the lower the health pool and the higher the protection pool, your units can survive longer. So just showing the stats from my Merrin, like speed is not all that important. And then let's move on to Talzin. So the way this loop works is, remember, once you do have Zeta on Talzin's lead, whenever Night Sister uses a basic ability, it will call a defeated Night Sister ally to assist, but only like once per turn. So you can't call the same Night Sisters back to back. So that's why you need 2 Night Sisters dead, and then you can get into the loop. Again, just showing you the modding here for Talzin. Now you may or may not be aware how the thermal detonator damage works. So as mentioned earlier, it is based on health, and we do want Talzin and Asajj to die as quickly as possible. So that's why we are putting health on Talzin, as well on cross. However, on triangle we are putting critical damage, and also we are using a critical damage set. That's not really because of damage that we will be doing with our Night Sisters, but because thermal detonators can crit, and when they crit, they actually deal damage based on your critical damage, not the enemy. That's why we want critical damage on our Night Sisters, that they will die quicker, and then health on arrow, just showing you the stats, very high health pool, low protection, and same thing for Asajj as we did there for Talzin. Health, however, here we can actually put offense as well, and then offense on arrow, so Asajj can actually do some damage for us. So that's the overall strategy and the modding and the mechanics. So you just want Talzin and Asajj to die as quickly as possible, so high health pool, low protection pool, mod them for critical damage, and Merrin, she needs to have tenacity on her and protection, so she can hopefully resist thermal detonators as much as possible. Now let's look at the Datacrons, because this will play a huge part of how this works. As you can see, this enemy here, they do have lots of health, but because Plague deals damage based on health, well, except to Jabba, not much of a problem. And the other bonuses, this is not a great Datacron, I guess, for Jabba. If they would have Doubt on them, this would most likely not work. So the mechanics of this counter are quite good, quite reliable, I think. It will just come down to Datacrons, I think, in most situations. We'll have to see what Datacrons Jabba will have after the Datacrons expire. I, for myself, did equip the Doubt one, and as well, if you can find something, I guess, with critical damage to boost the damage of your Night Sisters, will help you as well. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Probably doubt is not needed. Maybe it made it easier. I don't know. Again, we'll have to wait and see in the future seasons when we do get new Datacron sets how things will go. All right, and it's a pretty safe for a battle. You just hit auto basic. You don't do anything. We go. Talzin's down. And we go. And we don't have full turn meter train yet because we need both Night Sisters dead. This can get a little bit scary. As you can see, they got 3 thermal detonators on there. My Merrin, some damage over times as well. Unfortunately, she as well got disarmed on her. Again, not ideal situation. But now with both Night Sisters dead, as you can see, we started looping here. The enemy is basically getting virtually no turn meter. We go. We'll just keep going. There we go. Yeah. Turn meter loop engaged. There we go. Now defeated Leia there, and unfortunately this revived Asajj. So now I don't have full turn meter loop anymore. They also got Kersantan back. So now we need Asajj to die yet again so we can get back to our infinite turn meter loop. Because as long as we've got only one Night Sisters dead, we do not get 100% turn meter all the time, only every other turn. Because the same Night Sister cannot be revived from Talzin's leadership 2 turns in a row. Okay, so they got some thermal detonators there on Asajj. I'm like, Asajj, die, girl, die. No, don't heal up. There we go, almost got her. Okay, I think a couple of more thermal. Come on, Jabba, tell me you got some thermal detonators on me. Come on, give me thermal detonators. There we go. Will that finish off Asajj? Come on, Asajj, take a turn. Come on. There we go. And now we're back to our loop where we got both Night Sisters dead and we can now just loop Jabba. Is he getting any bonus turn meter? Doesn't look like, does it? Maybe he did get a little bit actually. Oh well, we was able to loop him. And there we go, ended up with 51 banners because on a final basic, when we defeat Jabba, one of the Night Sisters gets revived. And there you go, guys. That's how you can use Night Sisters if you do have them relic up, you do have Omicron on Merrin, and you do mod them the way I showed them. Just hit auto basic. Again, depending on Datacron, so we'll have to again do more testing when new Datacrons come out, just to see how it interacts. So I was definitely extremely happy I was able to do this after a long 6-month wait. Essentially, the only reason why I applied Omicron on my Merrin was for this specific counter, and literally a week after I applied it, the new Hot Cartel crons were released, and I'm like, no, now I can't use it. Then up until now, people were then putting doubt crons on Jabba again, you know, stopping your turn meter train because of doubt and everything. But now, hopefully, going forward, we will be able to utilize this counter. Not obviously max banners, great banners, but, you know, even if you do like Kylo, you get maybe 53. Could be better, I guess. But at least, hey, you don't need to use a Galactic Legend if you don't have one available. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.